Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, what we're seeing in NFL free agency right now, especially in the NFC East, has the potential to shake up the entire division. And for the Washington Commanders, this is a crucial moment. The team's future might be taking a new shape as they look to build around their core and prepare for what could be a very competitive 2025 season. One of the most talked about moves recently involves the signing of Treylon Burks, a talented young wide receiver who was just let go by the Tennessee Titans. This isn't just a random signing, it's a strategic move that could have long-term implications for the Commanders' offense and their overall team dynamics. So, let's get into the details. Treylon Burks, drafted in the first round of the 2022 NFL Draft by the Titans, entered the league with high expectations. Coming out of Arkansas, Burks was seen as a dynamic playmaker with a lot of potential. In college, he had a standout junior year, racking up over 100 yards and 11 touchdowns on just 66 catches. That kind of production made him a hot commodity, especially considering the Titans' decision to trade away A.J. Brown, which placed a lot of pressure on Burks to fill that role. But things didn't quite go as planned. Since entering the league, Burks has only managed to play in 27 games over 3 seasons, starting in just 17 of those. That's a bit concerning, no doubt. Injuries hampered his development, and he struggled to find consistency with the Titans. The final blow came this offseason when Burks suffered a broken collarbone, which led Tennessee to part ways with him. It's a tough break, no pun intended, but it also opens up a new chapter for him, and for the Commanders it might be a golden opportunity. At just 25 years old, Burks still has a lot of room to grow, and given his physical traits, standing at 6'2" and weighing 225 pounds, he's built to be a true X-receiver, a true deep threat and red zone weapon. Now here's where it gets interesting for Washington. Right now, outside of Terry McLaurin, the depth at wide receiver isn't exactly overwhelming. They've got Noah Brown, Jalen Lane, and Deebo Samuel, but none of these names really scream number 1 receiver material. And let's be honest, with McLaurin's future still somewhat uncertain, whether due to potential trade talks or a decline in performance, the Commanders definitely need to invest in a player who can step in when needed and be a reliable option. That's where Burks comes into play. Imagine a scenario where the Commanders are grooming Burks to be their next big target. He's young, physically gifted, and with a little time to recover from his injury, he could develop into a consistent threat. The team's schematic needs also align perfectly with Burks' profile. He's the type of receiver that fits what they want, a big-bodied, versatile player who can line up outside and win contested catches and stretch the field. If McLaurin were to leave, Burks could seamlessly step into that role, providing a much-needed upgrade and adding depth to the position. But let's not forget, this is not just about immediate impact. It's about the long game. Burks might not contribute much in his first year with the Commanders, especially considering he's coming off an injury and needs time to get acclimated to the team's system. However, that's a small price to pay for the potential upside. Teams that are willing to take these dart throws, as they call them in NFL circles, often find diamonds in the rough. Burks' physical traits, his size, and his athletic ability make him a tantalizing project, one that the Commanders could mold into a key piece of their offense down the line. This move, while not blockbuster in terms of star power, is smart. It's about building a roster with upside, taking calculated risks on young players who have shown flashes of brilliance but need stability and development. Burks fits that mold perfectly. And given the current landscape of the NFC East, with teams like the Philadelphia Eagles and Dallas Cowboys continually strengthening, the Commanders need to be aggressive in adding talent and depth to stay competitive. Now, some might wonder about the timeline. Will Burks be ready to make an impact in 2025? Honestly, probably not immediately. The team's coaching staff will likely want to see him healthy and integrated into the system before relying heavily on him. but that's okay. What matters is the future. Burks has the tools, and with proper development, he could become a key piece of the Commanders' offense. And if he can stay healthy and improve, he might even become a primary target for quarterback Sam Howell or whoever is leading the team in the coming seasons. It's also worth noting that the Commanders' approach to roster building has shifted in recent years. They've been focusing on young talent, drafting well, and making savvy moves in free agency. Bringing in Burks on a relatively affordable deal with room for growth fits that philosophy perfectly. It's a low-risk, high-reward gamble that could pay dividends if Burks fulfills his potential. And let's face it, with the NFC East as competitive as it is, every move counts. The Eagles have their stacked roster, the Cowboys are always formidable, and the Giants are on the rise. The Commanders have to be shrewd and proactive, and signing a player like Burks is a step in that direction. Now, looking ahead to the 2025 season, there are some clear expectations. The Commanders want to get more explosive on offense, and they want players who can stretch the field and make plays downfield. Burks, with his size and athleticism, fits perfectly into that mold. He's a player who can develop into a go-to target, especially in the red zone or on third-and-long situations. And with the coaching staff already known for their strategic development, Burks could see his game elevate significantly if he stays healthy and works hard. There's a real opportunity for him to carve out a meaningful role in this new era for Washington. And for the fans, it's exciting to think about the possibilities. This isn't just about one signing, it's about the potential to reshape the team's future. With McLaurin's situation still somewhat in flux, the addition of Burks gives the Commanders a contingency plan. It also sends a message to the division. They are serious about improving and competing at the highest level. The NFC East is a battleground, and every team is making moves, so Washington can't afford to stand still. Bringing in a young receiver with Burks' traits is a smart way to keep pace. Now, I know some of you are probably thinking, will this work out? Well, nobody has a crystal ball in the NFL. But what we do know is that Burks has the physical tools, the right age, and the right profile to succeed. It's about developing him properly, giving him time, and integrating him into the team's offensive schemes. If all those pieces come together, we could be looking at a future star in the making. And that's what makes this move so intriguing from a Washington Commanders perspective. So, to wrap it up, what does this signing really mean? It's a strategic, forward-thinking move that could pay off big time down the line. It's about adding upside, filling a need at wide receiver, and creating competition within the roster. It's also a message to the division and the league that Washington is serious about building a team that can contend for the Super Bowl. The NFC East might be one of the toughest divisions in football, but with smart moves like this, the Commanders are positioning themselves for a bright future. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on signing Treylon Burks? Do you believe he can develop into a key piece of the offense? Are you confident in his potential? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for all the latest Washington Commanders news. This franchise is on the rise, and with moves like this, the future looks very promising. Thanks for watching, and as always, let's go Commanders!